Okay, so we're back. It would appear that OBS broke down, so I gotta figure out why it's doing that. That's, hello. Hello and welcome back to the stream. OBS hates LEGO, it's true, so I'm gonna tempt fate and keep talking about it. Classic OBS, classic. Oh, OBS, you cad, you fool. All right. What was I talking about? Lego. All right. So I've been collecting the Knights Kingdom sets. And I want to talk about them. I'm really excited. But they're not cheap because they're 20 years old, almost 25 years old at this point. And I've been finding out a lot of really interesting things about the development of the sets, and I'm excited. It's great. It's going to be a good time. However, Christmas happened, and I purchased a whole bunch of Christmas Lego. And I promised my beautiful wife that was going to be it. I wasn't going to order any more Lego in January. I wasn't going to order any more Lego in December. It was going to be fine. And she said, absolutely, okay, I'm glad you're being responsible with our money. But then, something came up on my radar that was so rare and such a good deal that I couldn't not get it. And once I got it, I realized I'm gonna spend as much money in shipping as I am on the object, so I should probably make it worth the payment. So I bought $30 worth of Lego. In the moment, I said, I'm getting paid very soon. I can do what I want with my money. It's fine. But immediately after I hit pay, I felt very guilty and had to go confess to my wife, who did not care in the slightest. So I'm going to tell you what it was that was so interesting that I had to buy it right then. Okay? So back in the year 2000, Lego had an online presence, but online shopping was still very new. It wasn't really terribly widespread. The internet still wasn't like in every single household. So instead of just being on store shelves, Lego also had a catalog service that you would mail in an order or call them on the telephone in order to purchase. With that, not only did they have the themed sets, they also had things called parts packs, where if you just wanted to buy a whole bunch of bricks of a certain shape or color, they would sell parts packs that you could buy to fill out your collection of Lego. And what they would usually do is they would create a parts pack related to a specific theme. Robotic donated 30. Don't worry, Gata. The Lego was free. Thank you so much for the donation, Robotic. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you. Unironically, my last handful of Lego purchases, I have been rationalizing them as being air quotes free because I've been paying for them using donation money in my PayPal account. So unironically, yeah, the Lego was free. Thanks, Robotic. I feel so much better now. Anyway, so Lego would create these parts packs that were explicitly meant to be expansions for existing themes. So they would make a space parts pack, they'd have a castle parts pack, that sort of thing, right? If the bank account number doesn't go down, the money wasn't real. I do actually have a credit card that keeps hitting its limit because of that mentality. Whoopsie doopsie. Whoopsie poopsie. But no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So yeah, in the year 2000, they created a parts pack specifically to be offered alongside the Lego Knights Kingdom sub-theme. Here's the problem. Knights Kingdom sold like shit. I don't have exact sales numbers, but it was not popular. To the point where it kind of killed off Castle for a handful of years. Like, Castle still existed, but it wasn't until they completely rebooted their medieval theme to make the completely unrelated Bionicle superhero-esque construction line Knights Kingdom 2, that Castle even came back. People were not buying the sets. People were not getting the Knights Kingdom Castle. And as a result, they weren't buying the parts pack that was very specifically meant to be an extension to the castle in that theme. They had the blue pieces for the towers. They had the gray arches to make the walls. They had gray side pieces to extend out the existing buildings. Like, all it was a handful of pieces that could be used to add on to the existing castle. Some of them didn't even actually appear in the sets themselves. It was like a grab bag of pieces. Now, because no one was buying these things, the history of when this thing was available for sale is kind of fascinating. Something that you'll know if you listen to anyone talking about LEGO in the 2000s is that in 2004, LEGO made the decision to completely change the color of their gray pieces. Original light gray and original dark gray were replaced with the counterpart that exists till this day in bluish light gray and bluish dark gray, or stone gray, depending on what source you're reading it from. We haven't had a stream crash since last year! Thanks, Tegan. Thanks, Tegan. I always knew I could count on you. I always knew that I could count on you. But what this means is that since 2000 was the last LEGO castle before they switched over to the new grays, that means that Knights Kingdom is the last LEGO castle to be built with that particular palette and those particular pieces. So here's what this means, right? So we have a castle that didn't sell well in a time period right before the boom of internet shopping really took off and unique internet storefronts really took off, and a product that only exists because of the technology available at the time meant that you couldn't go on to a website and order individual bricks that you wanted. The part pack sold so poorly that they continued to try to get rid of the stock of that parts pack until 2007. They had this parts pack available for purchase for 3 years beyond the production of the parts that were in the pack. And I find that fascinating. It reached a point where even though this parts pack was exclusively made for the Shop from Home phone service, that it was listed on the LEGO Shop Online service in 2007. 7 years after the castle it was made for was released. I found that very interesting. I find that fascinating. Now here's the thing, okay? Because the point of these parts packs were just to rip the bag open and shove them into your bucket of Lego, right? Sealed copies of these parts packs don't really exist. They are incredibly rare. Their use case was not to be kept in a box. Like, the Lego sets themselves can be kept sealed, can be displayed, I was gonna say to rip it open and shove it in your mouth. I mean, a lot of kids did, so, you know, there's that. So finding sealed sets of LEGO parts packs is incredibly rare. And when they are found, they're kind of like oddities, you know? People will pick them up primarily to say they have one, or to record themselves opening this relic from the past. So I found a seller who had not one, not two, but 3 sealed Castle Expander parts packs from the year of our Lord 2000, the turn of the millennium, and was offering them for $6 a piece. I could not say no. I could not say no. It was just, I needed to own this. And I'm not even going to like open it when I get it, right? The individual parts, that's highway robbery. What do you mean? What do you mean? $6 for a hard to find, limited resource of an oddity that only one person, me, gives a shit about. I'm fine with that. $6? Yeah, $6. Shipping costs $5. Oh, not going that way. I thought you all would be more excited about that. Incredible deal. Oh, you mean I robbed them? Oh, much better. And then you spent $30. Yes, well, so here's so $6 for the one thing I wanted, and then $5 flat for shipping. I was like, I should probably not waste $5. Gotta, beautiful wife may not be upset, but I feel like I am. No, let me clarify. I spent $30 because I bought other Lego to make it worth the $5 shipping fee. They didn't charge me $24 in shipping. They didn't charge me $24 in shipping. Oh, I need to do something about that. Where are my buckets? They have water in them for some reason. Hold on. I'll go get some milk. An absolutely fucking amazing deal. No one gives a shit about this parts pack. I have to stress. No one likes Knights Kingdom 1. No one is out there collecting Knights Kingdom 1. Knights Kingdom 1 is only hard to find at a decent price because of the age of the parts involved and the fact that only so many were produced because, again, nobody fucking wants this. Nobody wanted it in 2000. But it's an oddity, it's an odd part of LEGO's history that I am nostalgic for, so I want to get them, I want to own them. No, not $24 in shipping, $5 for shipping, and then I bought a bunch of other Lego to make it $30 so that it was worth the shipping. I stopped at $30. I was considering going to the full $50, but once it surpassed $30, the shipping started going up because like the size of the package would get larger. So I said, nah. I only bought one pack. I didn't buy all 3 of them. I only need the one because I'm not gonna open them, right? So mind you, I have made this decision. I've made this purchase, and then I feel bad about it, right? Because I told my wife I wasn't gonna spend any Lego. So I confessed to my wife immediately. And she doesn't care. She's like, well, no, that makes sense. You found a rare thing. It was only $6, and then you made the shipping worthwhile. You didn't spend like $200 on Lego. It's fine. But I felt guilty. So as I'm explaining to her, because she says, well, you bought some Lego. That's okay. What'd you get? What did you purchase? Tell me about the Lego you bought. And so I tell her everything that I just told you, and she reaches over and pats my hand. And do you guys want to know what she fucking said? She said, when it gets here, we'll have to get a frame for it so we can display it properly. And I almost wanted to cry because my wife is so good to me. She is so much better than anything I deserve. She is a fucking saint. I love her so much. I love her so fucking much. But yeah. No, what's really interesting about Knights Kingdom is how LEGO was so invested in making it be the new thing. They made books, they made t-shirts, they included it in all of their other non-LEGO projects. There were pens and pencils, there was stationery of the Knights Kingdom line. And then it sold poorly, but they had no backup. Like, LEGO was in dire straits at that point in time, and Bionicle wouldn't be a secret smash hit they weren't expecting until 2001, 2002. So they were basically stuck with this game plan for 3 years at the latest. The large-scale figures... Oh, no, Ren. Gently places a hand on your shoulder. I'm not talking about Knights Kingdom 2. I'm talking about the completely unrelated Knights Kingdom 1. They reused the name Knights Kingdom for what was eventually the much more successful Castle reboot, which involved the cringe construction figures. I'm talking about the original Knights Kingdom 1, which was meant to be a reboot for 2000 of the original Castle theme. Completely different. I actually have no interest in talking about Knights Kingdom 2, except for how it replaced Knights Kingdom 1. But no, from a business standpoint, LEGO had put all their eggs into the basket of Knights Kingdom 1. To the point where it ended up it was used to rebrand the castle-themed areas of the Legoland parks. And they just didn't have any options but to keep going with that. Cedric the Bull, King Leo and his Lion Knights continued to make appearances on merchandise for the Legoland parks all the way up until 2004, at which point they did the reboot. And eventually they rebranded everything to match the fantasy era of Lego Castle in 2014. So it's no longer an issue. But it does mean that, like, there are foam shields, there are decorative medallions, there are playing cards that contain the Knights Kingdom branding. Even though it was a failed theme, LEGO just had to keep Weekends at Bernieing the corpse of it around because they didn't have a backup plan. Where'd my money? Where'd my money? Where'd my music go? Oh, there's just like a solid minute of this track with no audio to it? Hold on. This is a 3-minute mark. The 4-minute mark. Yeah, at the 4-minute mark, this track just ceases to play anything. What the fuck? All right. We're not going to play Clear Waters. That's fine. Something else, please. Much better. I'll take that. I'll take that. Amazing. Why do they keep reusing titles? It's really confusing. It's a marketing thing, right? I don't remember the exact name that Knights Kingdom 2 was meant to have, but they decided that because, well, so here's the thing, right? They had already rebranded all of the Legoland parks to be called Knights Kingdom. So instead of rebranding all the parks, they just said, we'll just make the new reboot also called Knights Kingdom and add in some extra decorations here and there and call it good. They were burned by Knights Kingdom 1 not being popular and successful. They weren't willing to risk it for Knights Kingdom 2. And then Knights Kingdom 2 saw a modicum of success, enough to get 3 full waves before they canceled it outright. And then so on and so forth. So there's a lot of really interesting things with the Knights Kingdom branding on it, regardless of what the actual context is. Danju's Dangleberries. I don't have anything against Knights Kingdom, the system sets. I'm not a fan of the construction figures. They got better in Knights Kingdom waves 2 and 3, but the first wave of construction figures were really fucking rough. Actually, if you want a really well done coverage of Knights Kingdom 2, you should go watch Cheesy Studios videos on YouTube. Even though I don't like the theme very much, Cheese does a very good job of explaining what made them interesting, why kids of that day and age liked them, and the lasting legacy of them. So definitely go give his videos a watch. And eventually I will have my own videos on Knights Kingdom 1, and it'll be great. It'll be fun. It'll be wonderful. So yeah. So I have that coming in the mail, along with a few more pieces that will allow me to start parting out some of the smaller sets. Cheesy Studios. Yes, you'll know it's him because it'll be a cheese crescent moon with a little rocket ship flying around it as the channel logo. Definitely give Cheesy a watch. He is a grown man who just calmly but passionately talks about Lego while nice music plays in the background. And it's great. I love it. I love his work. What else? What else has been going on in my life? So, as I've mentioned in the Discord and on Twitter, my dog Choopy has been diagnosed with cancer. But he's fine, is a thing, right? Like, we know he has some kind of cancer. We do not know where the tumor is located. And it's rare enough that we also know that any treatment for it will be dangerous and expensive. So our game plan... Oh yeah, I had the worst fucking December. I had the worst goddamn December. Holy fucking shit, it was bad. But it's fine now. Don't worry about it. It's fine now. Don't worry about it. So Choopy is experiencing some symptoms. We have him in diapers. So he's running around with Winnie the Pooh diapers on, and he's happy as can be. He has no idea that he's sick. He's just vibing and doing his little doggy thing. But we know that eventually his symptoms are going to worsen, and we'll have to do quality of life checks to make sure that he's still having a good time. But he's happy. He's tippy-tappy. He's bouncy. He's energetic. He eats his food. It's great. Well, the other day, I go to work, and my wife messages me, and she gives me the bad news. Choopy has not eaten more than half his food for dinner. And he's looking a little sluggish. And she had company over. And not only did he not bark when company came over, he refused to leave the bed. He just wanted to cuddle in the bed and sleep. And my wife, expecting the worst, says, I'm really worried. He's gone downhill so fast. I think this might be it. And so I say, well, we'll just monitor his symptoms. We'll see how he feels later. He's warm, he's comfy. If something has gone wrong, then we'll take care of him. I come home that night, and Choopy is still in the bed. He's cuddling Jessica. He sees me, and he sluggishly comes over to me, and his tail does a little tired wig-wag. And I said, hey, buddy. Hey, man, are you not feeling good? Come here, baby. So I pick him up, and I put him down on the floor, and he stands there for a second, and then he hunches over and takes the biggest shit I've ever seen come out of a dog his size. It just keeps coming. There is so much poop. There is so much shit coming out of this dog. And the moment he's done, after this massive rank crap, he starts dancing and bouncing up and down and yipping, and he has his energy. He just ate too much. He was in a fucking food coma and needed to poop. That was it. All of that worrying was just because he had to take a fucking crap. And he's fine. He's absolutely fine now. Jessica was crying like, I thought he was dying! And Choopy, who has no context for why we're concerned at all, his tummy just didn't feel good. He's just like, okay, oh boy, can I have dinner now? And I was laughing my ass off. He scared the living daylights out of us, and that's all it was. So he's fine. He's perfectly fine. Ugh. Dogs, man. Dogs are something else. A constipated bastard. Very much that. Very much that. All right. Oh, there's Sonos. There's Sono's little place. That's cute. There's Sono's little allays. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's keep on going. From there, it looks like The Sims. I can see Sono's house from here. Why does your life play like a sitcom? So, okay, so here's the thing, right? I have my new job. I've been there for like maybe 4 months now. And in those 4 months, the cat has died. The rabbit has died. The dog has been diagnosed with cancer. We bought a truck because our car broke down. The truck broke down every single week. We took it back in to get fixed every single week. Eventually, the dealership says we are no longer going to fix the truck we sold you for free because it is a lemon and it is costing everyone way too much money. We will buy it back from you from the same price and you can just get a new vehicle from us. All of these things happened in very quick succession, and my coworkers, who only know me for the last 4 months, assume that my life is just bad luck after bad luck after bad luck. My coworker tilted her head one day when she asked me, "How are you doing?" And I told her what was going on in my life. She tilted her head and she looked at me and she very gently asked, "Is this just what your life is like? Is this just your normal, Gatta?" And I had to laugh because no, but for the last 4 months, it might as fucking well have been. Just so much nonsense happens all at once. Also, I will establish that my life plays like a sitcom because I give you information in the form of a story. So, like, I don't exaggerate. I do want to stress that I don't make shit up for stream. But I do always make sure that I introduce concepts to you in a way that feels like it was written as a story. So for example, okay? My job involves handling amounts of money. Sometimes lots of money, sometimes small amounts of money. And I sitcomify it. Yeah, very much. So sometimes they bring me small amounts of money. And generally speaking, when they bring small amounts of money, it's not good. They're not happy they've brought me small amounts of money because that means there's less money that they get to actually take home. So guy comes up to my desk, and he needs to exchange for a small amount of money. It ended up it was like less than $100, basically, when my job usually handles like at least $3,000 or $4,000, right? That's the norm, is thousands of dollars per transaction. And this person came up with less than $100, and he's not happy about it. So he says something to the effect of, "This is all I have, this is all I'm taking home." And normally when that happens, I try to commiserate with them, you know? Like, it's kind of sucks, but that's just the world we live in. I'm just here to participate in the transaction of the money. So I normally try to commiserate them, be like, you know what, everyone has bad days, like, don't worry about it, you'll have a good day next time, like, it's gonna be fine, Like, don't let this get you down. But what came out of my mouth instead was, "Well, it's better than nothing." That was not what I wanted to say. That was not helpful. That was not at all useful. The individual was kind of shocked that I would say something that blunt, but nodded along and said, yeah, you know what? It is better than nothing, and continued on with his day. Now, what I don't mention in that story until this point, and this is what made it funny when I told this story to my wife, was that I then turned to my manager, who was standing beside me and watched that entire exchange, and I asked them, why did I say that? Now, in the IRL moment, I already knew that my manager was there, right? Like, there wasn't anything funny about the manager being there. However, in my story retelling, I do not inform the audience that there is another person. The concept I have introduced is me, one other person, and the conversation between us. It's funnier to inform the audience that my manager was in earshot. Thank you for someone salty. Thank you. As part of the punchline, as a late addition to the information I give you, because that makes the story funnier to an audience to hear. It wasn't like my manager was written into the scene at that time. I just expressed it as though it is. So my life is not a sitcom. I just know how to tell stories. That's literally it. It is a good punchline. It is a good punchline. I agree. I agree. I had been considering doing something of an essay / video on telling stories and how I go about it. Specifically with the purpose of like not educating other VTubers, but being like, here is documentation of me talking about how I do content, how I do this in a way that I think is entertaining for people. But I don't know. And that's one of it, you know, like not withholding, inventing information, but presenting information in a way that it's more interesting to be told to an audience. As well as the most important lesson I ever learned in college, which surprisingly was not don't go to college, it is a scam. I learned that outside of college and went anyway, and then regretted it because college is a scam. Stay in school, kids, but not too long. I'm actually going to eat a cookie real quick. I just realized that I am hungry, which means that I have a low blood sugar, which means I'm gonna...
Man, I want chicken fries. Can we go get fried worms? Creeper? Yams?
Maybe? We can go to the Snick Snacker Barrel and see what they have. My brother-in-law made Christmas cookies. So I have some peanut butter cookies in a little Tupperware container right next to my desk, and I've been chewing on them. They're very good. He also made Snickerdoodle cookies, but those I ate immediately. Those are long gone. Those are long gone. Snickerdoodle is very good. It really, really is. Okay, I've swallowed the cookie. So, my freshman year of high school, I was required to take an English class. And most English classes have been useless for me. I've had teachers that are either too pretentious to actually teach us anything worthwhile, treating us as though we should already know things that clearly was not presented to us by previous teachers. I've had teachers that, similarly, were just incompetent on teaching us the basics and basically brushed through without making sure that everyone actually understood. Mind you, I went to high school at like the first generation for No Child Left Behind Thanks, Bush. So the impetus was very much getting kids through schooling as opposed to actually teaching them anything. So the best English classes I've ever taken were a summer course that I took because I had failed a previous English class. And because that was literally for kids who had failed English, the teacher was like, we have this many days to like get you guys up to snuff. So I'm going to make sure you understand everything in the most concise and simple way as possible. And I learned so much in that fucking summer course. I learned so much about writing and language and just, it was so good. I'm so glad I failed. So glad I failed English too. But the other one was in my freshman year of college, my only year of college, I might add, where I was forced to take an English class, which was basically like, if you didn't have a good high school, this should get you up to speed. The professor there had us read an essay, and the essay was essentially a story. This individual had written an essay about the time that they understood the moment that they learned how powerful human rage could be. Okay. And in the story, as I remember it, it's told from the perspective of the writer who had a brother. We are given no context for what the relationship between these two individuals are. He just has a brother. And one day, the brother challenges him to a wrestling match, which I guess is just a normal thing that brothers do. I don't know. And so they wrestle. And during this wrestling match, something comes over the author. And the author starts going hog shit wild on their brother, to the point where he actually starts choking his brother out. The brother, naturally, is upset by this and feared for his life, demands out from the chokehold, which takes a moment for, I guess, the barbarian rage of the writer to calm down. After being given this information, the essayist ends the essay by saying, and that is how I learned the damaging effects of the human nature of rage. My teacher presented this essay to us, and we read it in class. And the professor stopped and turned to the rest of us and said I would have labeled this essay with a massive WC. What do you think WC would stand for? And I, not realizing that I was audible at my seat, muttered to myself, "Who cares?" And she pointed to me and said, "Exactly. Who cares?" And that really stuck with me. Especially when I listen to YouTube essays, there's a lot of stuff where people are using the essay format to express ideas to someone, but they do it in a manner where the person viewing it, reading it, listening to it does not come away with anything of value for them. Not even in the fact that it's informative. A lot of people, and this isn't meant to be a dig, but a lot of people will share their opinion because it is their opinion and they want to share it. But when you put that opinion into a specific medium, it has to be done in a way that makes the experiencing of that medium worthwhile to the person who's experiencing it. I could say, just word for word, everything that I ate today. I ate a cookie. I had half of my wife's egg sandwich this morning. I had a coffee with French vanilla creamer. I could do that. I could do that for like 6 hours, and that could be the stream. I could just say facts about my life at you. But if those facts are not arranged in a way where learning those facts is worthwhile or interesting in some way, then who cares? In the VTuber space, a lot of people express frustration that they're not getting successful. And then you go and you watch your streams, and it's just them kind of silently playing a video game, maybe not even very well, and that's the stream. Maybe they're not emoting. Maybe they're not telling a story. Maybe it's a massive WC. Who cares? The thing about WC is that not only is it a question, but it is something that can be answered. So in this theoretical essay that I intend to create somehow, where I talk about storytelling and my approach to it and why I make the things I do the way that I do, I very much intend to include like a section where when you're making something, you got to look at it and ask yourself, who will care? Who's going to care about this? And how can I change it? How can I rearrange it so that I will make people care? You know? I'm eating more of that cookie. Sorry. I'm a hungry boy. I've been taking my time off during December to kind of sit down and think about that. Who cares? Who cares about Farmergata? Who cares about the Haycraft server podcast cube streams, right? And not in a dismissive way either, because obviously you guys are here. Who cares? You cares. But also, how do I convince more people to care? How can I get more people to be invested and want to see this specifically? A great big WC. And I haven't really come to a concrete answer, unfortunately. But it is still something that I think about. Me! Yes, I know. I know you do. Pat you on the head. There. Let me, you know what? Just for comparison, let me try and tell you guys a personal anecdote where I learned something, right? And let me see if I can't arrange it in a way that is interesting to listen. It is similarly to the rage essay, right? It is a moment of personal epiphany. Everyone has these, by the way. It is a personal epiphany where something about the world makes sense to you for the first time. It doesn't have to necessarily be deep. Just when something clicks in your mind and you realize something about how the world works or can work. In that essay, that person clearly had an epiphany about how they had anger problems and probably should seek therapy. But then they tried to inform other people of that epiphany, and it doesn't really work that way. You cannot share a personal epiphany to someone who either has not had it or had it, but it wasn't that impactful on them. There's no way to express one-to-one the exact moment. Although, in me describing it, I'm sure we're all thinking of our own personal epiphanies, you know? We all experience it, just not the same way. So, let me talk a bit about a personal epiphany I had and how I think it can be. Let me see. How do I word this? Because I did not come to this stream prepared to tell this story. So now I put the impetus on me to make it something people care about. One of the greatest moments of my life was something that I did not realize was great until much, much later, when I took the time to sit back and reflect on who I was as a person, you know, middle age and all that. And I started to kind of trail back to moments in my childhood where people shaped me as a person without ever realizing it. Moments of non-judgment or kindness, or just, you know, times where people respected me as an individual to make decisions and become my own person from those decisions. I grew up in a very regimented household. My family was religious, fairly conservative, low-key, high-key members of a cult. And my mother, very specifically, had an undiagnosed narcissistic disorder. To this day, she has never received any sort of therapy for it, probably because when someone is a narcissist, they don't want to admit that anything's wrong. But with that, I ended up being the poster child for the yes man, the mama's boy. I was the enforcer in my family because my mother controlled everything I did or thought, so why would I ever go against that? We were very, very poor. There were 6 kids. My father was the primary breadwinner, and my mother primarily stayed home and cared for the kids. She had worked in the past, but her employment was spotty. So we were very, very poor, especially during the 90s. We were like, find bottles on the side of the road and collect them to turn them in for 5 cents per bottle levels of poor. That's where we were at. One day, my father and I had gone to the local grocery store, which had a, this probably only makes sense to people who are like in states with bottle return policies. But they have machines where you just put the bottles in one at a time and it scans them, and then it prints out a slip and you go see a cashier and they give you the money. So we had done that. We had gone and we had returned all the bottles and gotten the slip, and we had gone through the line, and we had gotten the money and we were going to leave. Mind you, I'm like 10, 11 at this point. I'm counting the money that has been given to us. And I say to my father, who was the only other adult with me at the time, I say to him, hey, they paid us $20 too many. And normally, I don't know why I ran to my bed. Normally, at that point in my life, when I had encountered a moral conundrum, I would be told what the correct response was. I would be told that when someone is mean to you, you know, Jesus says, turn the other cheek. I had been told that when you have a bad thought, you know, that's the devil, and you should pray for forgiveness for thinking of it. Everything about my life was regimented. There was a clear-cut black and white response to everything. However, my father converted solely to marry my mother. He loved her, and so he took on her religion as his own in order to be with her. Which meant that when she wasn't around, he was hardly near as strict. He did not immediately knee-jerk jump to a black and white, this is what we should do. This is the core moral thing to do. Instead, with no judgment in his eyes, he looked at me and asked me for the first time in my young life the very simple question of, what do you want to do about it? And that struck me really, really hard. Especially, as I already mentioned, being so regimented, having an authority figure look at me and say, you have a choice. Make a choice, without heavily implying what the correct choice was. It absolutely mind-boggled me. And thankfully, in that moment, it shook me so much that I actually did stop and think about it for a second. I actually did stop and think, what would be the ramifications of my choice here? The first one, I take the money and go home. The cashier gave it to us fair and square. If they messed up, that's on them. And because we were so dirt poor, that $20 would have actually made a decent change. It would have meant the kids could have got pizza for dinner, actually. It was the 90s, so we probably could have gotten 2 whole large Hawaiian pizzas for that. It was kind of a big deal. However, I didn't just think about the ramifications of that choice, I also thought about what the downsides would be. I thought, this individual, who in hindsight was probably some teeny bopper at her like first job ever working as a cashier at a grocery store, would probably get in trouble for losing $20 whole that they could not find. And even though I did not know this person, I did not have any real reason to care about what happened to them, getting pizza for one night would not be worth having to live with the knowledge that I potentially cost someone their job. Also, right? How long would that high last? The choice that I made would last for one night. People wouldn't, my family, I would not remember that I brought home an extra $20 a week from now. The value of the decision to be unkind would not be lasting. Whereas for this individual, they'd probably stress about that missing $20 for weeks. I don't know what their life is like. I don't know how much they need that job. I don't know what the ramifications for them would be. So I looked at this $20 and did you just say the word teeny bopper? I did. I did in fact say the word teeny bopper. Granted, I was 10, so that was a grown woman to me. So little 10-year-old me looks at the $20 and looks at my father, who, for this entire exchange, has been very passive, just like, yeah, no, kid. What do you want to do about it? You have the $20. You make the choice. And I could tell from the look at his face that he genuinely would go along with whatever I said. The ball was 100% in my court. And this is why this moment is so important to me and why I want to talk about it. Not because I expect you to have the same epiphany from it, but that was the moment that I pinpointed the desire to be kind in myself. I said, I want to return it. And I did want to return it. And my father said, okay. There was no sort of like, congratulations for making the right choice. Just a very passive, okay. And so we went back inside and we went back to the cashier and we went up to the person and we told her, hey, you paid us $20 too much. And she was very thankful. She was obviously stressed when she realized she had made a mistake. Her manager thanked us and we went home and we never talked about it again, he and I. It was just such a non-entity to him that this moment happened, that he just continued on the rest of his life, never realizing how core to my person that moment became. I never did actually tell him about it. At the time, I didn't have the words to express how deeply that moment affected me. And now it just feels like kind of ridiculous. But in talking about that moment, in thinking about that moment, it was the moment that I personally decided to be kind. But it was also the moment that I realized how drastic and how influential small things can be. Yeah, this story is about me, a 10-year-old me, having an epiphany. But that kindness, not to toot my own horn, has kind of become like the guiding principle of my entire life. And to my dad, it was just a Tuesday. He didn't even register it as being a teachable moment. Otherwise, it would have been more of like the Saturday morning vibe. Now you know what the right answer it is to choose, don't you, Derek? No, it wasn't that though. He just gave me a choice. He gave me agency. And it completely blew my young mind, which makes me think, what small things have I done? Have I done anything to affect people? Maybe not to the point where it like becomes the core of their life, but something small that I view as inconsequential could very well become a major defining moment in someone else's story. And I think that's fascinating. I think that's good to keep in mind, especially as you go through life, just kind of doing what you're doing. You never really know. Maybe giving a smile to a baby in a supermarket will be something big for them. Maybe listening to some guy who's rambling on the subway will be a big moment for them. Just small, tiny things of kindness and just being nice. Don't you just want to be nice? And yes, how will those small moments affect people, and do you want those moments to be of kindness? Yeah. So that's my personal epiphany story, which I hope felt worthwhile to listen to. Put a WC on that if you don't want to care. Have I sealed this all in? Hold on. I'm running around. I don't see any holes. Okay. So on this side of the opening, I think we're good. And on this side of the opening, I think we're good. Obviously, this isn't the last cobble, because we then have to fill in the stairs. But I think this is the last. I think this is it. I think this is it, guys. Get ready to press to celebrate. Redeem. Woo! We did it! We did it! Woo! Okay, well, we didn't actually really do it. We do still have the staircase to fill in, but hell yeah. Good job, everyone, but mostly me. Primarily me. You guys helped too. Also, why are you still here? So let's start sealing this in. The only thing that does worry me is that we don't actually have the diamonds to fill in the core. So I don't know if we're going to be able to actually finish. Thank you for touching the floof disrespectfully. Get your fingers right in there. Get all those knots out. I appreciate it. Ah, yeah, the good stuff. I still need to get a couple more diamond. You think the recycling center has more diamonds? Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't put veg on. Oh my god, I knew I forgot something. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Where's veg? Where is the veg? I've lost the veg. Here's the veg. Run as administrator. Come on, come on, come on. Load up faster. It's been a hot minute since I've been on the server, but if memory serves, well, we can run and check that out. Minecraft, come back. Here we go. Open this up. Close that. Minimize that. There we go. And I'll do another veg so that you have it. Let's see here. Where's veg litter? Right here. Here we are. There we go.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Yes, fantastic. Let's actually take a quick break from cobblestone and let's go see if we can't get that diamond. Let's go see if we can't. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ow. Yeah. Let's go see if we can't get that diamond and fill up our thingamajigamabob. All right. I don't think I have 3 diamonds here. Let's put most of this back. Just for right now, so I have an empty inventory. And then if we go this way, I should have a boat down by the riverside. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say something, 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 down by the bay. I don't actually know the whole song, just the chorus bit, sorry. Thank you for the veg. I'm so glad you all can watch me play Minecraft. This is the experience that was intended. Okay, thank you. So yeah, let's real quick go to Aya's and see about getting some diamond. I also need to do like a tour. You were trying to fill it up. Well, Jun stopped you, so. Oh well. I need to do a tour of the server. There's been a lot of stuff that's been built on other people's channels that I just have no idea of. Apparently we have an arena somewhere. We have an arena in which we can do glorious battle. I don't know what that's about. And then, of course, we have the Haycraft Transit Authority that's been working on putting lines between all the major locations. So, like, a lot of stuff has been happening, and I just haven't been part of it. I've been so focused on the cube that just, like, God. All right. We're almost there. Something that I do want to do in the nearest future, like once the cube is built, the next project I want to work on is making a creeper farm. I think that we should farm ourselves a whole bunch of gunpowder, because TNT is something that, like, we definitely need. Gunpowder for fireworks, too, means that if we start getting elytra around the server, we're going to need a whole bunch of rockets. So we should probably get to work on getting a bunch of gunpowder for demolition purposes. And, all right, let's see here. We are here at the recycling center. Do we have diamonds? We do have diamonds. Unfortunately, I don't remember how many diamonds we need. I don't know if this is going to be enough. TNT, it's dynamite. You can take all of them. Thing is, I can't even make an extra block out of this. You know? I can't even make an extra block out of the 6 that I have, which is a shame. And there's no one else on the
I just took a look at the price of birdseed. Completely unrelated, I have something I want to sell you.
Oh,
Chat.
no.
Today's stream is sponsored by viewers like you.
It's true.
We haven't chilled this one in a hot minute.
It has been a month.
Hey, chat. Do you see that bar at the top of the screen? You can help us reach our goal by donating directly via Streamlabs. The goal changes monthly, and funds raised for unmet goals roll over into the next. Remember that time you got Gadda to wear a chicken onesie? He still has that, by the way.
It's true. It's actually cold enough now that I can wear it. I haven't yet, but it's on the list. It's on the list. I actually got my beautiful wife some green and red plaid PJs last Christmas, and she's been wearing the heck out of them. She's so cute, and she gets all bundled up on the couch with Choopy on one side and Meatloaf on the other, and she sips on her coffee, and she watches her shows, and it's so good. It's so good. I love my wife so much. I do. I took a sip of water the moment Pixel showed up. Hello, Emma-wee. Welcome in. Welcome to the server. Welcome to Haycraft. We're almost done with the cube. We are so close, I can almost taste it. How are you today? How are you doing? I am doing just fine. I got some diamonds. I need to see if I can find any other diamonds in my chests. Let me pop into my mostly abandoned, burnt down house and see what I can do. Let's eat all this cake. Okay. Let's see here. No diamonds. No diamonds. No diamonds. Plenty of emeralds. I could do emerald core, but that's kind of cheaty McCheaterson, you know? You're at a friend's house. Tell your friend I said hello. They probably have no idea who the fuck I am, but tell them anyway. All right, let's see how many more blocks of diamond we need. How many more blocks of diamond do we need for the core? Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-ba-dee-doo. Bum bum biddle biddle bum buddy boo. Beedly dum die die doo. It was her birthday yesterday. We've been marathoning the Lord of the Ring extended editions. Some silly amount of discs. That is a silly amount of discs. Good God. Oh no, wait! The core is complete. Oh my God. Chat? Chat? We might actually finish the cube tonight. I think we actually unironically have enough doodads to finish the entire cube. Oh my God, it's finally happening. When did I start this? June of 2023? June of 2023? And we're only just now reaching the end? Jesus Christ. I am never doing this shit again. Never, ever, ever in my life am I going through this bullshit. Holy fuck. Why did I think this was a good idea? I sure hope Susie got her $20 worth. That's all I'm gonna say. I sure hope Susie got her $20 fucking worth. Okay. So let's... Ow. And actually, let's even go even a little further and seal this off. And then build it up to me. And we'll just do one of these. Humba-diddle-doo-doo-doo. Humba-diddle-doo-die. Man, the end of an era. The end of a fucking era. The cube, finally, has been completed. Or will be completed shortly. It's weird knowing that I'm going to close a chapter on my life. Cube arc took 8 or 9 fucking months. But it sure as hell was an arc. We haven't even sacrificed anyone. We haven't even finished the ball pit down below. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck, man? It's alright. It's fine. But no, this should be enough cobble to finish off this cube completely. Watch us get down to the last, like, 10 blocks and realize we've run out because I've been smelting it all. That would be very funny and very on brand for who I am as a person. All right, pop this there. Boop, 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 boop. Go on. Go on, get. Go on, get. Get. That's right. Scram. Time to make it into a creative place to farm creepers. No, the cube shall stay as it is. A monument to my power and hubris. All right, how do I want to do this? I think I want to seal. Yeah, I want to seal this off. Like so. I can still get up this? Yes. Oh, it's going to be dork. Ooh, it's going to be dork in here now. Oh, no, I can't do that. I can't have monsties spawning on me. So I'm going to have to run down and grab some torches. Luckily, I have those, but still. All right. Where are the torches? Here are the torches. Here we are. Here we are. Good, 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 good. Let's just put a bunch of torches down in all the right places. Light it up, light it up, light it up, I'm on fire. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for the bonk, I guess. Did I deserve it? I don't know. I'm going to assume so, but... Okay. So we are going to continue this path up. Because I want to be able to reach the top, you know? Alright, bye, Pixel. Goodbye. So long. Thank you for popping in. More Gata streams will be on the way. So, same Gata time, same... Oh, stopping you from getting copy struck for your good singing. Let's not put it that way. Let's not put it that way. I don't know if my singing can be considered good. Although I did have a fun time at Captain Hurricane's Christmas karaoke stream. That was a good time. That was a good time. Okay, seal that up. Yeah, I got plenty of cobble still on me. There we go. What's another exciting thing in my life that I can talk about while I do cobble? Someone prompt me. Is there any deep, dark secrets of Gatta that you want to learn? Ask now or forever hold your pizza. Or at least until I stream next time, in which case I'll ask for your input again. So really, you won't have. It's not all that dire. It's not terribly dire. Alright. Okay. So that's sealed off. What is your stance on ham and pineapple? Ham and pineapple, good. And I'm tired of people trying to convince me it's not. I understand that some people don't like sweet, acidic tastes on their savory cheese, but I am not one of them. Sorry. I simply cannot be that guy. You want to know what my favorite pizza was during college? I ordered it from Domino's all the time. It was pepperoni, pineapple, ham, and onion. And that was my go-to order. Fucking, oh man. I'm thinking about it now, and I want some. Very, very delish. My beautiful wife and I actually made calzones the other day. We went out and got one of those pre-made pizza dough containers they sell at grocery stores. Unfortunately, it was pre-made pizza dough for like a whole pizza. And we said, we should just get one for each. You know, we'll eat a decent amount of calzone, I think. So we both got one full pizza's worth of pizza crust, and we made a calzone out of each of them, which meant that by the time the calzones finished cooking, we had a large pizza's worth of calzone to consume, and it was very thick. It was a very thick calzone due to the nature of the amount of dough that we used. So it ended up tasting mostly of crust, but that was fine. That was fine. In my old age, unfortunately, red sauce and pepperoni have been getting less and less ideal for the old digestive tract. I had real funky dreams after that. I was not doing good. I had a nightmare that there was this giant alligator and it wanted to eat everything and everyone I loved, and only I could stop it. And my wife went, haha, wow, that was weird. Like IRL, I told her about it and she went, oh wow, ha ha ha, that was weird, and then moved on. I'm like, Jessica, I was traumatized by this.
Extra thick. Red sauce alligator banjo boy. Dance boy dance.
I don't actually have a way for Farmer Gatta to dance. I mean, the closest I could do is if I did, hold on a minute, I got this. Here we go, let's do this. Oh. No legs. No legs, can't dance. You heard it here first, folks. Doop-a-doop-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. All right. How close are we to the bottom? Oh. When did I fill that in? I'm actually real close to the bottom. Oh. Okay. Break this. It never stopped Wizrobes, but they float. That is true. I do not think part of my deep farmer lore is that I can actually fly. Like, that's not really a thing. All right. Let's gather a bunch of these stone bricks. And we will go and we will replace all this dirt. Oops, that's incorrect. Give me that. So now the only way into the basement is going to be through the waterfall, which is as I want it. Okay. Cobble here. Put stone bricks here. Cobble goes along the floor like so. We seal this up. Did I get that right? Yeah, I did. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's done. You know what? I think I deserve this. Hold on. This is a bit cheaty, but we have approved in the group chat the use of creative for specific events. She's done. She's done. And she's beautiful. 64 by 64 solid cobblestone cube with a 2x2 emerald block core at the exact center. Suzanne, if that is your real name, it's done. We did it. The cube. Did I not say diamond? That's what I meant. You better check that inside, boy. My headphones died and the ping pong noise woke me up. Susie, it's done. We did it. It's complete. The cube has been completed. It took us from fucking June of 2023 to January 5th, 2024. But we did it. Money well spent. $20 well spent. Oh my God. Let me just rotate this around. This is one for the thumbnail, fellas. I do still have to do a number of things. This is it. This is it, Rocky. The cube has been done. And I could not be happier. Fucking roll credits. If I accomplish nothing else with my life, I can say that I did this. Now, obviously, we still have to decorate the outside. We still have to fix the sacrificial ball pit in the center. But aside from that, we did it, everybody. We did it. The inspirational end credits music playing over that, I couldn't have timed it better myself, actually. I'm gonna have to clip that entire, like, 3-minute segment just to get... Absolutely fantastic. All right, that's enough flying around. Let's get back down there and get back to work, I guess. Because even though the cube is done, doesn't mean that we are. The stream's not over. I still have shit I want to accomplish. Let's go. Yay! Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God, I'm so proud of me. It doesn't feel real, you know? The cube being unfinished has been such a standard in my life that it doesn't feel like it actually happened, you know? Feels fake. Feels incorrect. All right. Let us quickly fill all of these with cobblestone. And then I'll have to get some lava buckets to fill it up and get it smelting. Because from this point forward, we don't need cobblestone, we need regular stone. So let's do that. Where is my extra stone bits? I know I had some extra stone bits here somewhere. I have stone brick slabs. Where did I put? I don't know. Oh, here it all is. Lol. Alright. Let's put all that in there. Let's organize that. Let's fill this back up with cobblestone, because now the next thing we have to do is get a whole bunch of, let's do one of these. Let's waterlog this, and then waterlog the same block over and over, and then call that good. Just for right now while we're still working on it. You've been free, Tegan! You missed it! You were literally like 30 seconds too late! You missed the cube being completed! You literally... you were so close! Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh no! It's okay. The cube is done. The cube is done. We did it. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna clip the whole thing. We're gonna make a whole video of it. And it's gonna be great. But yes, hello, Tegan. Take out a block and replace it for me. Actually, this does need to be... There we go. I can go over that now. Okay. I did it for you, Tegan. I did it for you. Because I love you so much. Woo-hoo! Does this mean that we've established precedent for whenever I want people to validate my emotions, I can remove and replace a block and you'll all cheer for me? Is that what we've done here? I feel like that's a dangerous precedent to set for me specifically. Obviously. Amazing. Amazing. All right. So while all that's working, let me grab... Where did I put it this time? Yeah, over here. Let me grab all of the stone bricks that we already have on us and all of the regular stone. I also actually, you may notice, I did build a stone cutter. So we are going to grab a whole bunch of these, turn them all into stone bricks, and we're going to start going around the front and sides. This is regular stone. And start working on these here pillars. Start working on these here pillars. So the way I've set the pillars is that from each side, there's a 5-block gap between a pillar, and each pillar is 5 blocks. They'll eventually all have lava and be cased in glass to allow it to be light. But right now I'm just focused on the pillars themselves. So now the stream becomes spending copious amounts of stone bricks to make nerd poles and doing that for the entire thing. There should be 6 pillars on each side. I'm not sure if I want to do something different on the front side though. So let's just calculate the 6 on each of the 3 other sides. So 6 times 3 is 18. Each pillar has 4 individual pillars of stone. Each one 64 each. So what is 64 times 4? Chat, you're in charge of math. Because 64 times 4, then multiply that by 18, which is how many pillars we have, is how many stone brick blocks we need to make the pillars. And that's just going up the sides. Oh dear. 256. All right, so 256 times 18 is how many we need for just the sides. Can everyone in your head, I want you to hear the Dr. Eggman clip, I'm back in the fucking building again! That one. That's where I'm at right now. The cube may be done, but we are not out of the woods yet. We still need a ridiculous amount of cobblestone. 4,608 individual pieces. More cobble pod! Woo! Even worse, it's cobble pod, but then we have to fucking smelt them and then convert them into stone brick, so it's even more work. Oh well. Great news for everyone making donations. LMAO. LMAO. Smelter pod. Yeah. One of the things that I do want to do, once I get a creeper farm going, I want to make a redstone mining machine, because you can make those in vanilla using slime blocks and such. Okay, so we've reached the top. God damn, this is wild. So this is the design we're going to be going with. We're going to bring these up one block higher than the roof, and then we're going to create this kind of curved look to it, because I want lava to like have like a reservoir up top here that runs down over the sides, like it is being bathed in glorious, glorious light. Whoops. Well, that's not correct. So all of these will connect up and go and come into a central pool. I think I want the implication to be, even though it's a solid cube, the lava running from the top will go down the sides, come out in the basement as individual pools, which connects to the sacrificial ball pit. That's the intent of the design. I'm not quite sure how I want. Okay. Without a staircase down, I am now realizing that I may have a problem. Bed, you're my only hope. Okay. A 1 and a 2 and a Geronimo! I just missed it. It's fine. I'm sure I'll get it next time. I need a water bucket. Good point. I have 10 buckets on me. All I have to do is hop down to the side of this cube, grab some water, and continue on with my life. Ain't I a stinker? Just one of those little things, you know. Hashtag just farmer things. I'll pay you $10 to get a water bucket. Well, I mean, if you pay me $10, I certainly won't. I won't say no to it. I am willing to do things for money.
You can financially support Gada by donating directly via Streamlabs.
Oh my god, is she actually?
Doing so will even make the little bar at the top of the screen fill up, getting us closer to our current goal. For legal purposes, I have to say ask your parents for permission before using their credit card. But I'm not a cop, so do what you will, kiddos.
Thank you, Tegan. Alright, let's keep going up. If I can get to the top before the money goes through, then I can do another leap of faith. Huh. Chimkin. Yeah, Chimkin. All right. The gentlest plop. The gentlest plop. Just bloop. There it goes. Feathery. Oh, I want to tell you guys about my shitty neighbors. $20 for my survival. Oh my god, Tegan, you didn't have to fucking do that. Also, I am low-key trapped here. Okay, Fine, I will go get a water bucket. And you know what? Because you gave me 20 bucks, I'll even not do the bit I was going to do, where I was going to get a water bucket and then not put it down because you didn't specify that in the request. So, but you spent 20, so I'll follow the spirit of the request, not just the letter of it. Tegan knows how to make me behave. Tegan already knows how I operate. Thank you. Okay, all right, okay. Fine. Tegan over here being a Well, hello there. You can do the bit once as a treat. No, no, no. No, no, no. I'll behave. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Ah, oh, no. Get off. Go. I almost didn't have a choice in the matter. Woo. Baby zombie was like, you're going over the edge one way or another. Throw him off the roof. LMAO. That was very close, actually. All right. Let's do one more bed bounce. That would have been hilarious. Let's do one more bed bounce and see if I can't make it this time. Ah! Ah! What hit me? What even was that? What even fucking was that? Into the abyss with you, farmer. Oh my god! Oh, that's so funny. Why didn't over the what? Oh, there we go. There we go. There's all the sound alerts. Jesus Christ. There were some images up there you might have missed out of the corner of your eye. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely must have. Good lord. Okay. Doing what Tegan said. Doing what Tegan said. I got a water bucket. And I'm gonna use it to make myself a little path up. I'm gonna behave. I'm gonna be good. All right. So let's grab a bunch of cobblestone because we got to go replace all of this. Yeah, because we still have plenty of burning going on here. We still have plenty of burning going on here. Lava buckets. They're great. And that is my official endorsement of lava buckets. They're great. You can take that to the bank. There we go. And while we do that, let's get some more stone bricks. Okay, now you can complain about the neighbors. Okay, all right. So, y'all know that I have shitty preppers, okay? As neighbors. These individuals firmly believe that society is going to collapse in the next 5 years, and they have moved away from society in order to survive it. I have nothing against people who want to get into homesteading because they think they're gonna have to. Like, that's fine. That's being self-sufficient. I'm not even against anyone who firmly believes the world's ending. You know what? If you're that concerned about it, you do you, man. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. However, I would like to stress that they moved next door to me, and I live a 10-minute drive from a Taco Bell. They have not actually escaped anything. Society is literally right there. So already, not an ideal start. Second of all, their method of homesteading is to take a bunch of animals and plants, plonk them just kind of anywhere, and then spend all of their money on really expensive farming equipment that they're not using. They have a bunch of tractors and shit over there that are like brand new, and they've never been driven once. They were driven onto the lot, and they just sit there rotting. So, whatever. When they first moved in, we had an issue where because their fence was damaged. They had not fixed the fence of the property that they had bought. And the rest of us, me and my other neighbors, we all had free-range animals, right? We had ducks, we had chickens, and they were pissed off that our chickens were coming onto their property and pooping on stuff. So they came over to my house and made a big stink about it. And at the time, I genuinely worried they would actually like harm our chickens if we didn't do something about it. Like they came on very strong in that regards. Coming up to the house, banging on the windows, yelling at us. It wasn't a fun time. It was not a fun time. So at that point, beautiful wife was recovering from multiple surgeries. And quite frankly, I had enough on my plate as it was, being the only person working, doing the finances, caring for my wife who recently had been crippled. Her words, not mine. As well as taking care of a flock of 20 chickens. So we gave them to our friend who lives elsewhere and already had chickens. And our friend took them over and they lived the rest of their chickeny lives in a much larger flock, happy as can be. We unironically sent them up to the farm and it was good. I miss my chickens. They've all passed on at this point, but you know, c'est la vie. So imagine my surprise when the other day, I'm walking back down to my house from where our mailboxes are, because there's like a quarter-mile Can we... Yeah, let's maybe not do this. You gonna... Okay, they're all dead. Wait, all your chickens? Even the weird-looking ones? Oh, well, this was a couple years ago now, Jen. So, like, this was like Sagata Sanshiro, Emily, Eliza. Sultans are not weird. No, all of the fancy chickens we have also passed away. That's unrelated. But that's unrelated. This was a while ago, right? So they made a big deal about my chickens being on their property and made a big stink about it. And so we put them somewhere safe, and that was that. So jump forward to now. Jump forward to modern day. Woohoo! Sploosh. Oh, and I even get some stuff from it. Neato. And I'm walking home from the end of the road where the mailbox is. And I have my mail in my hands. And I'm walking, and I see a chicken. Just a black hen pecking around on the dirt road leading to my house. Now, the thing is, the fence separating their property goes along the dirt road, which means that somehow their chicken had gotten over the fence. Are we back? Am I allowed to tell my chicken story now? We're back. It's hi. Hi, Tegan. Hi, Tegan. So this chicken, right? So this fucking chicken. Ugh. This chicken is on the wrong side of the fence, and I'm worried that it has somehow hopped over the fence and cannot get back. She was a beautiful black hen. Yes, a beautiful black hen. And I was like, oh, honey bunch, are you okay? And of course, the chicken, being a chicken, sees me, goes, that is a stranger, I am going to die, and starts running away from me. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I can herd her back to the front of their property and, like, let them know their bird is out and about. But she doesn't run that way. She runs another way. And she runs with a purpose. Now, something you should know about chickens is that they are a very point A to point B bird. If they do anything at all, it is with an express purpose. Even if it feels like they're meandering, no, in their little chickadee brains, they have chosen an end goal. They will follow their steps to that point and then make a new point. They do not dawdle. So this chicken was moving with a bit too much effort in her step. She was heading for something. So I follow her. And she leads me to where the hole in the fence that my chickens used to get through used to be. Now, my neighbors had, in fact, fixed the fence before they got chickens and let their chickens free range, which bothered me a bit because my birds could have totally been hung around if they were planning on doing that, but whatever. So this chicken runs up to this place in the fence, and there is not a hole in the fence. No. As a matter of fact, it turns out that when they built the fence, when they fixed the fence, God, this makes me angry to think about. When they fixed the fence, they didn't set the fence into the earth. When you make a wire fence, when you make a fence for a farm, when you do posts and you do the metal barding in between the posts, you're supposed to set both the posts and the metal into the ground a foot. Because, and I didn't think I had to explain this to people who are intent on being farmers, as the land shifts and erodes, it will lower below where the barrier you've placed for the fence is. Because we live in Florida, the ground has eroded away around their fence that the fence is no longer protecting anything. It is just, the chicken doesn't even have to play limbo to get underneath it. It just walks back onto its own property. And I'm staring at this. And I am feeling so many emotions at once. I just want to laugh because it is funny, but I also want to cry because these fucking people have no idea what the hell they're doing. Like, I'm not even that much of a good, like, I'm not gonna just try to say that I'm like the best farmer ever or that I know everything there is to know about homesteading, but some of the stuff just feels like basic Googleable information for someone intent on beginning a farmstead. Like, what is happening here? Am I going insane? Am I the one who's wrong? I just don't know. I just don't know. But that's where I'm at. That's where we're at. I looked into it, and the city says I'm not allowed to have chickens. That's very sad. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. It very much... It's a family of multiple individuals, right? And they clearly know what they're doing when it comes to construction, because they built their own house. Like, the family built the house that they are currently living in. However, clearly the farmsteading portion, they're not entirely there with it just yet. Not yet, anyway. So that was the chicken story. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed. All right, let's zip down and get some lava from down below here. Whoop. Let me through, let me through. It would have been cool. I would have had eggies. True, the eggies are the best part. The eggies are very much the best part. Let's go up here. Whoops. Dropped out of it by accident. We go up and whoop and over. All right. Let's get all of these going. Get this smelting up. Technically, if I used hoppers, I could automate this a bit better, but nah. All right. Let's go back around the other side and keep on working. I think what I'm going to do is do one more pillar. Then we'll probably end the stream for now. I do not want to promise anything, but I did want to play some Sonic today. So I'll take a break and I'll see how I feel after that. You know what I mean? It won't really be a good morning, Gata, but you know. You know. Something I definitely do need to do is get a chicken farm going of some sort. Just an automatic chimicken farm. Get some meat propagated. Just, you know, all the redstone stuff. And up. Is the morning of the year. Yes, yes, sure. Day 5 is still the morning of the year. Gata, I have so many chickens, do you want them? I mean, at most, I would ask for their eggs to spawn new chickens and breed them up from there. But I mean, if you want to cull them, we can have a barbecue. I'll get a fire pit of some sort together and we can fry them all up and just, you know, have a good old-fashioned barbecue. I will bring you eggs. Fantastic. Amazing. Immaculate. No notes. No notes. No notes. How many eggs? I don't know. However many you want to put in, I guess. However many you want to get rid of, I will take them. Three double chests? Okay. Yikes. Oh, God. Okay. I wasn't prepared for that, but okay. All right, we're still a decent ways away. Top. All right, pop this here, pop this here, pop this, pop this. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we're not counting that one. So 8 out of 18. 9 plus 9 is 18. Let's do one more. Let's do one more so I can say I got half of them done. Where's the water? Where? It's over there. Water's over there. There it is. There we are. Let's do one more so I can say we have it half done. And then I'll have to get a bunch of sand together. Have to smelt all of that. I still got to finish filling this in. So we still have some ways to go. We also need to finish decorating the bridges that lead up to the cube, as well as the fence around the cube, the walls around the cube, to keep people from falling off. 9 plus 8 is 17, but okay. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. We had 8 out of 18. So if I do 9 out of 18, that's half of it. Tegan being like, you like glass? No, Tegan didn't say that. That was cursed. I'm sorry. The thought came to me, and I just let it out. Sometimes, some thoughts need to stay inside thoughts, you know? Although a glass store called You Like a Glass would be absolutely hilarious. That was so cursed, Gatta. Oh, just another look into my twisted mind, you know? Just another glance into the twisted, dark recesses that my mind can create. A lesser man wouldn't survive a full glance. All right, we are almost at the tippy top. Almost. And come on, I say, as I'm the one who's controlling the placing of blocks, so really I can't go any faster than I can go myself. Oh. We just got one. Oh, for a second there I thought I got right to the top and ran out of stone bricks. All right, pop this here. Go up, bop, bop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That one doesn't count. So 9 out of 18 for the back 3. And even though I want to, I'm going to go down the water pillar one last time. Let's actually gather the water pillar, because we're going to be working on the opposite side starting next stream. So, all right, that's going to do it for stream 4 today. Don't fall out of the water pillar, Gatta. Don't fall out of the water pillar. I hope to see you guys sometime soon. Hope to see you guys sometime soon. I don't have a set schedule going forward, but in January, I do intend to do more Minecraft streams and update the server and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, yeah, that's fair. Honestly, that's fair. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.